Hello, my dear Cancers, and welcome to your bonus reading. I'm doing a Mercury retrograde energy shift reading for you guys because you are consistently my highest viewers, and I wanted this to be my gift from me to you. Now, I do apologize in advance. I'm going to give you a little bit of a longer introduction, and I will also put a timestamp below if you want to just get to the reading. But I've been doing a little bit of digging. I'm not an astrologer, but I've been doing some digging and some research on this Pluto retrograde and, the effects that it's going to have, and it's quite powerful stuff. So if you're up for it, bear with me. I'm going to give you a little bit of information. I'm also going to link down below some websites that I was looking at if you want to do some more of your own research. This Pluto retrograde period is from April 25th until October 4th, and it's all happening in Capricorn. For those of you that aren't aware, Pluto is a scorpionic energy. Pluto rules the underworld. So death, rebirth, and transformation are going to be really big themes. So right now, Jupiter is conjunct Pluto, and it makes you more focused and more driven. Its most positive manifestations are really good fortune, generosity, transformational change, and spiritual evolution. This Jupiter-Pluto conjunct is square Mercury, which is going to we're going to see like an upsurge in people's fear of death, especially due to coronavirus, and can cause like extreme, ruthless, obsessive thoughts and words, and that are coming from a place of selfishness, greed, jealousy. We're going to see nationalism, racism, victimization, and revenge. So these really sort of low vibrational energies coming up. And remember, Pluto and Scorpio, for my Scorpios out there, Scorpio and Pluto, this is all about doing shadow work, okay? So for a lot of us, a lot of, things that we thought that we had dealt with, and our shadow side aspects are going to be coming to the forefront. So don't be afraid, but just do recognize what's going on. Mercury square the Jupiter-Pluto is also linked to respiratory problems in the lungs. So again, coronavirus, we're going to see this, we might see an upswing and people affected by that. And then also Mercury rules the hands. So how is the virus spread? It's spread through our hands. So the importance of washing your hands. I know that, we've been hearing that a lot, but, sometimes we get a little bit lax. The Pluto retrograde may test your faith and make it harder to understand that death is a transition. So remember that, we're only here, death is just as natural as birth. And, depending on your point of view and the culture you were raised in, but death is all about a transformation. And from my point of view, it's a beautiful transformation. We're here for a certain amount of time and to do the work. And, death can be viewed as, for some of us, going home, okay? The best way to deal with the Pluto retrograde in 2020 will be to get your information from trusted sources, okay? Because we're also going to see a lot of information coming out about governments, secrecy, and control, and our own control issues are also going to be brought to the forefront, but we're also going to see a lot of stuff that was hidden coming to light. Again, that's very, there's that very Plutonic energy. So it's really important at this time that you get your information from trusted sources, and a lot of different trusted sources, and you're really careful that you're not spreading any information, any misinformation. And it's important that you act morally and ethically. Being kind and generous is what's going to help you not only evolve spiritually, but it's also going to increase your chance for material growth, happiness, and success, and also to do any rebuilding that's necessary when Pluto goes direct on October 4th. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages for the Pluto retrograde 2020 for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is a different spread, okay? So, so I hope you enjoy it. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this Pluto retrograde energy shift. Okay, so Cancer, your overall energy for this reading is the Six of Swords. This is all about a transition. Okay, so again, what we just heard, understanding that death is a transition, is going to be really important for a lot of us. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be physical death. It could also be the leaving behind, the life that we led before all of this. It's going to be, leaving behind the old you, the you that operated in a different way. Remember, there's a lot of spiritual evolution and growth going on as well. So we're all making this transition, and it's a beautiful transition. Okay. Now, the first card is, what will this retrograde bring to you? Here we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and it could be a sense of loss or lack. Now, for some of you, this could be that, some of your investments aren't going to be making what they normally, giving you the return that they normally do. For some of you are going to be experiencing hardships in health and or finances. But what I really like about this card, the Five of Pentacles, is like he's walking away, he's moving through it. And there may be a sense of loneliness, abandonment, isolation, but oftentimes the Five of Pentacles is about your spiritual journey and someone who knows that they have to go on this journey on their own. So they need to take the steps necessary to, for their spiritual enlightenment. We can't always take everyone and everything with us when we're going through these massive transitions. And, I see it as a beautiful card because you might go through lean times, or times might be difficult, but I feel like you're taking that step. You are willingly going on this journey because you know that there's, moving through any fear or hardship, there's going to be great rewards at the end. Now, the second card out is, what aspect of your life will be mostly affected? This is the Empress card. All right, the Empress card is about love, it's about passion, it's about abundance. This is Venusian energy, Taurus and Libra. It could have to do with being a parent. It could have to do in particular with the divine feminine. So for some of you on a soulmate journey or a twin flame journey, this could really be affecting the divine feminine at this time. Or the divine feminine is going to come to the forefront. Now, as you guys know, if that doesn't resonate with you, it can resonate with the masculine and the feminine that we have within. So the divine feminine could either be coming to, the aid of the divine masculine, or be stronger, because I do see the Empress energy as very strong. She's very, she's all about abundance. It's also maybe some of us are moving away from materialism, realizing that it's not money that makes the world go round, that there's other things that are much more important, and we can have abundance. And abundance means a lot of different things. It doesn't just mean money. It can be, laughter. It can be rest. It can be, eating really good food with people that you love. It can mean a lot of different things. Okay, so the Empress energy here is, the aspect of your life that is going to be most affected. And it could be that your abundance, but I feel like there's a big shift, especially with it next to the Five of Pentacles. Okay, and that other people might see you or take a look at your journey and say, wow, you don't have enough, but you're completely fulfilled. Okay, and I'm not getting that it's necessarily, that it's not that you're not getting your basic needs fulfilled, like food and water. Okay, that it's more like, that there's been a big shift and a shift in your perspective. Okay. What you can do to minimize any negative results or energy that this Pluto retrograde is bringing you is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is all about communication. So remember, Mercury is coming into play here, and the importance of having very clear-cut communication. The Page of Wands can be messages. The Page of Wands is also this, it's sort of like the minor arcana feeling for me is like of the Fool card of, being open to new beginnings, to being, to maybe just taking what you absolutely need with you, which we're seeing here in the Five of Pentacles. He's not taking much. He's really trimmed down on what he normally needs, what he normally even wants to have with him. The Page of Wands is about being optimistic. It's also about a spiritual journey that's beginning. Okay, so some of you are beginning an up-leveling, an ascension, and you're really excited and really happy, and you're sort of, you're gung-ho about it. Now, the fourth card is what lessons need to be learned during this period. You guys have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is the power to move through anything that might be difficult. The Six of Wands is about victory. The Seven of Wands is maintaining that victory. The Seven of Wands can be a little bit of tense energy. It could be that there's competition. It could be that there's struggle and there's hardship. Sometimes the heart chakra is closed off in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. In this deck, I love it because it's the importance of Mother Nature, the importance of, needing to walk through this forest, even if you're slightly afraid, okay? But you have this burning desire to do this, and there is going to be some shadow work that you need to move through. Now, for others of you, I am getting the importance of getting out in nature to find that balance. It's going to really help you temper anything that's uncomfortable for you at this time. The next card is what part of your past do you need to reflect on or release in order to heal and aid you in your journey? And here we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is all about being at a crossroads. The Two of Wands is also all about being really comfortable that you're going to be successful. So there's sort of two messages coming in here for you. The Two of Wands is like you decide. You remember that you have free will. So no matter what's going on around you, no matter what's going on in the media, no matter what's going on with, aspects and planets, that the decision is yours, that you have free will, that you create your own destiny. And Spirit's saying, you're going to have to fight for what it is that you want. There will be struggles during the rest of 2020. That's just a reality, right? But you're at a crossroads. You decide. You have everything that you need to be successful. The Two of Wands is, be rest assured that what the plans that you have put in motion, they're going to yield the results that you're looking for. Okay, so it's really positive energy here. Now, the final card is what will the outcome of this period be? And here we have the Magician card. That's beautiful. The Magician card is Mercury. So it could be Gemini, it could be Virgo energy for you, but Geminis and Virgos and Mercury is all about communication. The Magician is, again, a reminder, what I was seeing here in the Two of Wands energy, that you have all the tools that you need to be a success. And for some of us, it's going to be also in the importance of focusing on things that aren't so 3D, that really it's going to come into perspective that money isn't what makes the world go round. Yes, having your basic needs met is of utmost importance, but that abundance comes in so many different forms, and I think you're going to be getting a perspective shift at this time. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull some healing cards for you for additional messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The first card out is Love. 28 breaks down to a 10. This is beautiful because this is love coming to the forefront. This is Spirit reminding you that if you come from a place of unconditional love, that, success, abundance will be assured. This also might have to do with, and I was picking up earlier, it might have to do with a twin flame or a soulmate journey. Could have to do with your life partner, and just love in general in your life, the coming together of two people. But Spirit wants you to remember that you are loved. Okay, and then you get, how teachable are you? You have another 9 coming out. Actually, you don't. I'm sorry, I was totally seeing the Hermit card in my mind's eye with the Magician. That's so weird. Some of you might be dealing with a Virgo. You might have Virgo in your charts. Virgo is also unearthing. It's about being a spiritual leader. It's about going within to find certain answers. How teachable are you? Number 9. Are you learning the lessons? What lessons have you learned? Remember that retrogrades are nothing to be feared. We always have the infamous Mercury retrograde when, there's so much misinformation and miscommunication and can be a little bit tricky with technology and that sort of thing. But really reflecting on what you have learned. For a lot of you, it's what you guys have learned in your love relationships. Okay, but others of you, it's between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, finding that balance within, okay, and making this a really peaceful, beautiful transition through this Pluto retrograde. Okay, nice energy. Sorry. I'm going to now pull Additional messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for Pluto Retrograde. The Dragonfly Spirit, truth transcends illusion. Number 22. Number 22 is our master builder number. Remember, it's one of the most powerful master numbers that we have out there. And 22 is all about building your legacy, but also twos are about coming together, the faith, the perseverance that's needed to really build the future that you want. And as we come out of Pluto retrograde in October, okay, almost at the end of the year, it's how are you going to be rebuilding? Okay, this transition is bringing you new growth. It's bringing you massive transformation. And we're going to be seeing that in the world around us as well. Okay, we have 62, Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. I really like that, because the turtle, if you go back to, the fable, the turtle versus the hare, the turtle wins the race. Now, this is going to be a need for patience, planning, being kind to yourself, understanding that, nothing is going to happen overnight, you guys. 62 breaks down to an 8. 8s are about manifestation. They're about abundance. Happiness. I love this. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Okay, yes. So for a lot of us, sometimes we have a tendency, and especially now with all of these changes, to forget about the importance of play and the importance of being happy. And this sort of ties into this Empress energy about abundance, being able to, and the Magician and the Empress together, that you can create abundance. Remember that this time, with Jupiter conjunct Pluto, it's, your intentions are going to be really focused and you're going to be really driven. And its most positive manifestation is extremely good fortune, generosity, transformational change, and spiritual evolution. Okay? And, and also do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. That will, that means you're on the right track. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay, we also know that this Jupiter-Pluto conjunct is square Mercury, which increases our fear of death and can cause extreme and obsessive thoughts. But Spirit is saying, please don't be afraid. These are all natural transitions. There are beautiful things that can come of this. Okay, so as Cancers, this is a very nice reading for you. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to pull a final message for you guys from the Goddesses and Sirens deck. See whose energy is going to be accompanying you, or you can call on to assist you during this Pluto retrograde. There it is. The Muses, inspiration. Wow. Okay. So hang in there for 2 seconds. I feel like I have so much. I have notes and books and everything all around me. The Muses. Allow yourself to be inspired. Find or be your own muse. If you are feeling uninspired, do something you do not normally do. It's time to indulge yourself in music, song, dance, and poetry. The Muses were the very embodiment of an enjoyable and cultured life in ancient Greece. In a time when entertainment revolved around the spoken word through traditions of poetry and theater, the Musa, goddess of song, were an integral part of life. Early descriptions of the Muses hold their number at 3. They were, I don't know how, my pronunciation is going to be really bad here, Melite, practice, Neme, memory, Eoide, song. Later that number increased to 3 times 3, which is 9. The 9 Muses included Calliope, that's my grandmother's name, writing poetry, Cleo, writing history, and Thalia, comedy. The Muses appear in various myths, and many shrines were dedicated to them. The shrines at Delphi and Parnassus were sacred to them and the god Apollo, their patron. Today, the term muse often applies to any person, but particularly a woman who inspires an artistic endeavor. Allow the muses to sing themselves into your life and inspire you to do better. Muses are not just for creative people, they are for anyone who wishes to follow an interest or continually grow towards something worthwhile. We all receive inspiration from someone or something at times, and this enthusiastic energy is that of the muses. Now, the shadow side of the muses is obsession is the darker side of muse energy. And remember, we might be seeing that, we might be feeling that. Okay, so really the importance, guys, right now with this Pluto retrograde energy, no matter what you're feeling, the shadow work that you do is going to be really important. You might be feeling some things that aren't so nice. You might be recognizing things within you that you haven't healed. For example, this obsession, we're going to see that. Okay. Remember this Jupiter-Pluto conjunct square Mercury. It's going to bring up obsessive thoughts and words, selfishness and greed. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Feel those feelings. But just like in a meditation, watch, when a thought creeps in, watch it and watch it creep out. Okay? I don't mean to use the word creep because it should be should be stated a little bit nicer for you. But anyway, history is full of descriptions of obsessive love or interest gone wrong, where the magnetism of a muse carries people away. Strong muse energy is always inspiring and provoking. You just have to ensure that it's an inspiration towards something healthy. All right, so you can invoke the muses here to help you guys on this journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell, excuse me. And I just want to thank you for all your love and support, and for especially, being a fellow Cancer, that you guys being a part of my soul tribe and on this journey with me is so powerful, and it means so much to me, and I love you guys so much. And I can't, there aren't enough words to express the thank you and the gratitude that I have for you. So I love you. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.